You've also been a great advisor for us. I will talk about you in a little bit. Good evening. Most of you know me, so I don't need to introduce myself. Thank you so much for attending this event. I really appreciate all of you being here. I've had an amazing year with all of the SJ officer, with all of you supporting student government, especially the leadership team, Dean Vernon, Ms. Russell, Dr. Wiesenford, Dr. Rogers. I really appreciate you being here. We understand that the leadership team is very busy, but you've always tried to be there for us, attend our events, and your support actually motivated us to do better and more for the college, and I really thank you for that. Dr. Wiesenford, we actually had 2 events at Phi Theta Kappa and a meet and greet, very successful event, as well as Board of Trustees candidate for. And without your help, it was impossible for us to have very successful events, and I really thank you for that. I have Ms. Terry Hockenberg, the Director of Center of Scholarly Student Engagement, Center of Scholarly Civic Engagement, along with Deborah Hall here, and I really want to thank you for your support. I had the privilege to work for that department, and it was an amazing experience. I learned a lot, and you have always been very understanding of my involvement with Student Government Association, and I thank you for that. Also, they helped us a lot in the Board of Trustees Candidate Forum, which won the second best community service event at the state convention. So give them please a round of applause. Next, I want to thank my executive board. I'm going to start with Ms. Deborah Lamb, our primary advisor. You've been a great mentor. We've learned, all of us learned a lot from you, especially me. You've been my leadership mentor. I learned a lot from you. It was a great experience working with you. What I really liked about my relationship with Ms. Lamb is that she will lead us to lead. She just support us and direct us in the right place, but she leave the leading part to us, and I really appreciate all your help and all your support. It was great working with you this year. If you would please come forward, I have something for you. We had a great time with you in Corpus Christi, and thank you for all the bags of snacks. It made us fat, but that's fine. We're going to work out later. Second, I want to thank Miss Amy Throop. I remember the first day that I went to her office to ask for her to become our advisor. I was thinking in my head, she's going to say, no, she's Associate Dean of Students. She's not going to have time. And I started talking to her, and she was very enthusiastic about actually becoming SJ advisor. And it was great working with you. You're so easy to work with, to talk to. And that psychology major, I bet that's part of it. All of us really enjoyed working with you, and thank you so much. You supported us just like Ms. Lamb, but didn't lead the organization. You let the leading, left it to us, and we really enjoyed working with you. Thank you. I'm going to start with the executive board officers. Start with Matthew Garza, our president-elect. Matthew has been more than just an officer to me. He's been like a friend. I worked with him when I was a senator in SGA in 2008, 2009. And whenever I would get frustrated with SGA officers, with the deal who's sitting right there, or with the whole situation, I would have called him. He would really bring me down, try to calm me down, help me just get over the situation. He's been a great friend and a great officer. He was also the SGA representative in the region, and I believe he's done an amazing job in representing our college because all the regional schools now have a lot of respect for us, and we are the present school now. So I believe Matthew really helped us to get that position. Thank you. And he's moving to Houston, and we are going to miss you here in Dallas. And Ricky is missing out because he's not having a great officer like you. Next will be Salif Asmaili. Salif was the vice president of Student Government Association. Before actually becoming officer in SGA, she was my friend, and she started her involvement with being a historian. And the whole time that he was a historian of SGA, she was more like a vice president for me. She always attended all the events. She was my right-hand co-worker every time, tried to take care of everything, and she tried her best to make SGA proud. And actually what amazes me is through SGA, Sadaf and I became closer because friendship and responsibilities of work usually don't work together. But her and I actually got closer, and she has been a great help, a great vice president, and she's grown a lot as a leader. And I thank you for all your support and help this year. Next, we have our SGA secretary, Jacob Cartano. He's probably the funniest guy that in SGA, at least not in the world, but in SGA he's very funny. He has an amazing attitude. It's great to work with him. He's very relaxed. Every time you ask him something, you're like, Jacob, would you do the agenda? He's like, yeah, I got it. I'll take care of it. He just does it in a way that you're like, oh, he's going to take care of it. He's been the president of SIPE. He's been in the Jewish club. He's very involved, but I was actually fascinated that he was very dedicated to SGA at the same time, and as a secretary, he's done an amazing job with our agendas, our minutes, and with our events. He's attended most of our events and been a great help, and thank you for all your support. Next would be Leo, our treasurer, Leo Santipanius. He is, one thing that I always remember about him is that he's very respectful. I like the way he is with other officers. He respects everyone. He's always smiling with his dimples that are very cute. And he's actually made sure that we're in the budget. We're not spending more than we are supposed to. And he's going to be the SGA. And he's going to be the SGA treasurer for next year. So Ricky, you have a good one in your team next year. And I will thank you really for everything that you've done this year. You've been a great help. Now it's George's turn. George Santibanius. The first thing that I want to say about George is that he's been very loyal to the Student Government Association Constitution. And, and I thank you for that, because that document is a really important document. And to know that someone reads it constantly, know all the articles, and know every part of it is very good. And he's all the brochures, the bookmarks, everything, our website and media, except that PowerPoint because I did this. But he usually takes care of that stuff very professionally. He has done an amazing job this year, and we actually nominated him for Best Officer in SGA because he was very dedicated. And I really thank you for that. And finally, our Senate Chair, President of Senate, Jaya Ferrer. I actually got to know Jaya through different organizations, through Mock Trial, Phi Theta Kappa. She's probably the only person that I always see who's in top of everything. Like, you ask her something, she has it done the next day. And I've always trusted her with everything that I asked her to do. She's done an amazing job with the video. She was the chair of the video committee who won in the state level. And she's been great addition to our SGA team. She has always made sure that all the senators are communicating with each other and they're all on the same page. And she's done a great job. Thank you, Jaya. This is the 2009-2010 SGA Executive Board. I had a great time working with all of them. I had the privilege of having the best team. Without them, SGA would not be as successful as it was. And the impact that SGA and these people had in my life, I cannot express it in words, really. And I will continue in talking to them, if they're willing to. And now they will have acknowledgments. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the evening.
I'll keep it kind of short. I don't have as much as Shirin had prepared, but I would just first like to thank our advisors, Deborah Lamb and Amy Throop, for your consistent support and guidance throughout the year.